We often see the US-Mexico border as the desert. It is a place that moves goods, the place that divides two countries. We think of miles and miles of dirt and sand and cacti, with mountains and vast amounts of space. Unfortunately, we often think of the border as a place of conflict, of issues of immigration, national security, and identity. San Diego is a border city, and although we attend the school on the hill that prides itself on making an impact on the world around us, it is easy to feel like the border is a part of a different world, one we never see on our campus. Good idea. Yeah.
I would say that being from the border is kind of its own identity because I'm not Mexican enough to be in Mexico and I'm not American enough to be in the United States. So I think that's kind of a cool identity to have because people consider you bilingual, someone who crosses the border every single day. And I think people who cross the border every single day are also responsible, persistent, dreamers, and we just wish to get the best opportunity, jobs, education from the United States. Being thankful for the drive, the education that I'm getting, and the opportunity that I get now to be a student at USD.
When I'm in the Mexican side, I often find myself talking to Mexican citizens, buying different trinkets and meals, and hearing people's life stories. In comparison to the United States, it feels more militarized and much more structured. I've been crossing through the CBX pretty regularly, about once a year. I truly love Mexico, not only because I have family there, but the culture, the experience, the vibes, I guess you can say, have truly impacted my life, and I just can't wait to go back next year.
On the Mexico side, if we're talking about environment as far as the actual like environment and pollution, things like that, I would say that it's quite similar on both sides from my personal experience and from what I know. There's a Tijuana River Valley pollution that both sides of the border are experiencing and dealing with, especially in the Chula Vista area and southern areas of San Diego and California that they're really struggling with, as well as on the Mexico side. So I would say that as far as culturally, the cultural environment, I see differences. However, when it comes to the environment and the aspects of like pollution and things like that, they're quite similar in my opinion. If you look at an aerial picture, an aerial view of the border, you can see that the Mexico side, there's people populating the beach, just normal everyday life activity occurring, and on the U.S. side is kind of barren land that no one touches. So, and the culture on the U.S. side surrounding being close to the border is much different from the Mexico side, much more militarized rhetoric that we use on our side. So yes, I believe that there's much more militarization on the U.S. side as compared to the Mexico side of the U.S.-Mexico border.
It is important that we highlight lived experiences of the US-Mexico border so that we may remain informed through community storytelling and not just through the media.